Everybody, so here it is. Here's the new studio space, and I'll just do a quick little walkthrough. We'll start on this side. I decided to try this idea using a portable clothes closet for hanging my finished pastel work, and I think so far it's working out really well. I went ahead and got these hangers that are for clothes, for pants, and I just clip them in those hangers, and I print out pictures so I know what it is inside there. I've got all of them covered with glassine, which is just a wax paper that's acid-free. Before I started using this system, I was stacking everything just one on top of the other, but that got to be kind of old and cumbersome because if I wanted to find something that was underneath, I had to do a lot of digging and then smudging of paintings and getting pastel everywhere, and that didn't really work. Plus this way I can see everything I've done. It's all right there handy and ready to go. So I really like that system. I've got some wall space there, so for some new things coming up, hopefully. And then over here on this little shelf that I built, I have some art books and then some supplies. I have all kinds of things, screws and anchors and whatnot for wall anchors for hanging things, and framing materials, and lots of different types of tape, framers tapes and whatnot. So just different hodgepodge of supplies there. And then up here I have the same hanging system that I had in the other studio space. And I really like this because you can hang from the board, the little clips, and then they're just wires, clear wire that that just hangs, and then you have these little clips that are securely fastened to the wire, and then you just hang your painting on that. So you get to put a lot of paintings on one board. I want to go ahead and do the same thing over here above the sink too. So let's take a look at the sink, by the way. I really like this faucet because I don't have a hot water line coming to the faucet, but instead I have this electric faucet. So it heats up the water pretty quickly, and that's really great in the winter months. So I just have the one water line, but then I have the faucet there that's got the electricity, so it heats it up pretty quickly. And then on this side, let's go around the table. And I've got the pastel station here. I've got another box with drawers for supplies there. And then all the pastels are here. And I get to keep them all out, which is fantastic because I could just leave it there and then move on to some oil painting. And then when I'm finished oil painting for a while, I come back to the pastels, and it's all here ready to go. And then below I have a little bit of storage. I have some bags for toting art supplies around. And these are some drawers I've had for a while. And I just store prints in these. So there's some prints in that one and that one as well. And then I painted this cabinet and put this up here. So just added storage for art supplies. And then over here is the pastel painting station. Let me get my tripod out of the way. I like to keep the tripod there handy for taking pictures of progress shots, progression in the artwork. But this is a piece of masonite that has 1x2s attached to the back. And then it's resting on a couple of screws in the studs inside the wall. And then there's a couple of screws at the top. The top screws are long so that I can unscrew them and actually tilt the top of the board forward towards me. And that really helps when, I've tried it before on another easel and it worked really well. But if I have pastel painting here that I want to keep like it is, and then I'm reworking something at the top, pastel dust will just go right down the painting. But with the board tilted forward, it will fall to the floor or to the tray that I kind of put down there, instead of trickling down and smudging up the rest of the painting. So I haven't tried that one yet, but I'm looking forward to it. And then over here we have the painting wall area, and these are all the 1x2s that I put up, and the dowels sticking out, and I put little rubber bands on the ends of the dowel rods to kind of help hold the paintings in place, you know, just so they kind of stick a little bit better and stay put. But there's that wall. And we also have this, I forget what these are called, but they're the little puzzle pieces that you kind of put together, and it makes it a lot easier to stand on, because I stand over here a lot. So it's a little softer than just the bare concrete. This is a stool that I've had forever. It's been in storage, so I was finally able to take it out of storage. I might paint it. I don't know yet. I may reupholster, but I get to start using that again. And so over here we have all the paints for the oil painting, oil and cold wax. I've got my mirror here. Sometimes I like to use that to look at a painting backwards, and it helps give me a little bit of perspective on the composition and just how that's all going. And then I've got the various tubes of paint here, some Blick, some Winsor & Newton, my bowl scrapers for spreading the paint around on the canvas, and some other supplies. Beneath the table, I've got a gallon of cold wax there, and I've got some really coarse sand here, and that I sometimes mix into the cold wax, into the paint, to help build up some texture. I've got more sand here, and the gesso ground. I've got my drawing tools here. I have some more drawing supplies over here for scratch board and some pastel magazines. Still have some pictures and things I want to hang up and do something with. That one is actually from eBay, but it's a painting that my mom and dad had in their house years ago when I was a kid growing up, and that one got lost, and then I found this one, so I went ahead and grabbed it. So I need to put that in a frame and hang it up. And then around this side, going through some old things, I found this bridle and reins that I've had for a long time. I used to have horses, and I rode a lot. I used to do a lot of riding, so I think I'll oil that up and hang that on the wall and keep that. And then over on this side, I've got my office space, and so that works out really well. It's really convenient because I can take photographs, take some progress shots, and then come over and load them up on the computer and kind of see what they look like, see if I need to reshoot them, and go from there. And then, so it's really nice. I've got my easel. I've used that for years, and my father actually made that for me. And so I was using that a lot, but now that I have this space with the pastel station, and I don't really use it any longer, so I thought, well, I would retire it, but I would hang it on the wall and keep it there. My dad made that for me years ago. So that's about it. I'll back out here, and thank you so much for watching.